Have you ever walked away from a conversation, a meeting, or even a first date, wondering, what did they really think of me? Here's a truth that might surprise you. Before you spoke a single word, your body already told them. Your posture, your gaze, the way you moved, they were speaking louder than anything you said. Welcome to a journey that will change how you see yourself and others forever. This is Your Body Speaks Before You Do, how body language shapes the story of your life. Every day, in every interaction, your body is telling a story about your confidence, your emotions, your authenticity. In less than 7 seconds, people form impressions based on how you stand, smile, or gesture. Your body language can open doors or close them, build trust or break it, inspire others, or push them away. But here's the exciting part. You're not stuck with the story your body's telling right now. By understanding and mastering your nonverbal signals, you can shape how the world sees you and how you see yourself. This series is your guide to unlocking that power. Over the next 7 parts, we'll dive deep into the silent language of your body, piece by piece. We'll explore how your first impression sets the stage the moment you enter a room, the secrets your face reveals, and how to make it your ally, the hidden stories your hands tell, whether you're nervous or confident, the art of commanding any space with presence, no words needed, the invisible dance of trust that makes people feel connected to you, how to spot lies and hidden emotions others try to hide, and finally, how to control your own body language, even under pressure, to shine in life's biggest moments. Each part is packed with stories, science, and simple exercises you can try today, because this isn't just about learning, it's about becoming. By the end, you'll have a complete toolkit to project confidence, build authentic connections, and read people like never before. Before we start, take a second to think. What's one moment where you felt your body language helped or hurt how others saw you? Maybe you nailed a presentation with a confident stance, or maybe nerves made you fidget through a date. Drop your story in the comments. I'd love to hear it, and I bet others will relate. Let's kick off this journey by getting curious about the signals we're already sending. We're starting where it all begins, the moment you step into a room. In part 1, we'll uncover why those first 7 seconds matter so much and how your body can make an unforgettable entrance before you even say hello. Let's jump in and discover how your silent story starts. Stick with me because today you'll discover how your body language shapes your life and how to make it tell the story you want others to hear. Part 1. The silent power of your presence. Welcome to part 1 of our journey into the hidden language of your body. This isn't about looking confident or perfecting your handshake. It's about understanding how your gestures, expressions, and movements shape trust, connection, and influence before you even open your mouth. In this series, we'll explore how your body writes your life story every day. And the best part? You can rewrite it. Let's dive into the moment you enter a room, where your body's first impression sets the stage. As we go, ask yourself, what story is my body telling others right now? Maybe you've never thought about it. Maybe you're not sure. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you discover, and you might be surprised by what others notice about you. Imagine you walk into a job interview. Before you say a word, the interviewers already decided if they trust you, not based on your resume, not based on your skills, but on how you walked in. Sounds unfair, right? But it's true. Research shows we form first impressions in under 7 seconds. And over 80% of that judgment comes from nonverbal cues, your posture, eye contact, gestures, and facial expressions. Every time you step into a room, you're not just arriving, you're performing a silent interview. So, what's your body saying in those critical moments? Now that we know first impressions happen fast, let's see how this plays out in the real world. Here's a story about someone who learned this the hard way. Meet John, a CEO I once coached. On paper, John was a superstar, Ivy League degree, years of experience, and a knack for captivating speeches. But in boardrooms, his team stayed quiet. Investors hesitated. Deals fell through.
Why?
Because John's body was telling a different story. He slouched in his chair. His eyes darted away during conversations. His handshake felt like a limp apology. In one sentence, his body screamed, "I'm not sure of myself." No amount of eloquence could drown out that message. Raj's story shows that body language isn't just a detail, it's a deal breaker. So, why does body language have this power? Let's zoom out and look at the psychology that's been shaping our instincts for thousands of years. Long before humans had words, we had bodies. Before speeches, we had expressions. Before contracts, we had gestures. Back when survival meant reading someone's intentions, friend or foe, our brains evolved to scan faces and movements in an instant. Today, we're still wired the same way. When you cross your arms, avoid eye contact, or force a smile that doesn't reach your eyes, others pick up on it. Your body's sending signals, and everyone's brain is listening, whether they realize it or not. Those signals aren't just random. Every move you make is a statement. Let's break down what your body might be saying and how it's being heard. Think about it. A slouched shoulder says, "I'm not engaged." A quick glance away whispers, "I'm unsure." A fake smile? It's like a neon sign flashing. "I'm hiding something." These aren't just movements, they're messages. And when your body language doesn't match your words, people believe your body. The good news? You don't have to be stuck with the story your body's telling right now. Here's the exciting part. Body language is trainable. You don't need to fake confidence or act like someone else. You just need to align your body with your true intentions. Let's explore how to start. Body language isn't about pretending, it's about understanding your natural style and refining it. By practicing how you stand, move, and connect, you can project trust, warmth, or authority, whatever your moment calls for. And it starts with awareness. Here's a simple exercise to kick things off tonight. Before you go to bed, try this. Stand in front of a mirror. Don't pose or force a smile. Just stand naturally. Then ask yourself, what story is this posture telling? Do I look like someone others would trust? Would I believe me? You might be surprised by what you see. But that moment of honesty is your first step toward rewriting your nonverbal story. You've just taken the first step to mastering your body's language. But we're only getting started. In part 2, we'll dive into the most powerful part of your body, your face. Your eyes can build bridges or burn them. Your expressions can charm a room or push it away. We'll uncover how to use your face to connect authentically and why some people seem to do it effortlessly. Part 2. The truth your face can't hide. What if your face is betraying your secrets right now? Your eyes, your smile, even a tiny twitch of your lip, they're broadcasting your emotions, even when you're trying to keep them locked away. Stick with me because today, we're diving into the most powerful part of your body's language, your face. You'll learn how to read others like an open book and control the story your face tells the world. Welcome back to our journey into the silent language of your body. In part 1, we explored how your posture and movements speak before you do, shaping first impressions in seconds. Now, in part 2, we're zooming in on your face, your emotional billboard. From a fleeting frown to a genuine smile, your face reveals what words often hide. Mastering it can transform your relationships, leadership, and even how you connect with yourself. Let's uncover the secrets your face is telling. Quick question. Have you ever smiled to hide stress? Or nodded when you were secretly fuming? We all wear facial masks sometimes. Drop a comment below. What's your go-to mask and when do you use it? Let's share and see how many of us do the same. Imagine you're pitching a big idea. You nail the presentation and with a confident, "What do you think?" But your client's lips tighten. Their eyebrows dip just slightly. They say, "Sounds good," but their face screams, "I'm not convinced." You feel it in your gut. It's a no. That's the power of facial expressions. They're like subtitles to someone's true emotions. And learning to read them, it's a game changer in business, friendships, and beyond. So, why does your face have this power? Let's dig into the science. Don't worry, it's fascinating and simple. According to psychologist Dr. Paul Ekman, humans share 7 universal facial expressions: happiness, sadness, anger, fear, disgust, surprise, contempt. These aren't learned, they're hardwired. Babies show them. Even people blind from birth display them. Across cultures, these expressions signal what we feel, no words needed. But here's where it gets interesting. Not every expression is what it seems. Take the smile, our most common expression. It's not always what you think. Let's break it down. Think a smile always means happiness? Think again. The polite smile. You flash it at a stranger, but it's all lips, no heart. The tight-lipped smile, hiding disagreement or discomfort, like when you're biting your tongue. The Duchenne smile, the real deal. Your eyes crinkle, cheeks lift, and it's impossible to fake. Why? The muscle around your eyes, the orbicularis oculi, only moves when you truly feel joy. Try it. Smile right now. Do your eyes crinkle? If not, you're wearing a mask, and others can tell. Now, let's see how this plays out in the real world with a story about a leader who learned to align her face with her message. Meet Priya, a brilliant team manager. She was sharp, organized, and great with strategy. But her team called her cold. The problem? Her face didn't match her words. When she praised someone, her expression stayed flat. No smile, no warmth in her eyes. Her team felt disconnected, even when her feedback was positive. We worked on small changes, softening her face, raising her eyebrows slightly, smiling genuinely when acknowledging effort. Within weeks, her team's morale soared. Why? Because her face finally told the same story as her words. Priya's story shows how much your face matters, but one part of it stands out above the rest: your eyes. Let's zoom in. Your eyes are more than just windows. They're doorways to trust. Steady eye contact builds connection, but too much feels like a challenge. Looking away often? It can signal insecurity or disinterest. Darting eyes? People might think you're hiding something. Think of a great speaker. When they hold your gaze, pause, and connect, you lean in. But if their eyes flicker or blink too much, you pull back. Your eyes are always speaking, so make sure they're saying what you intend. Beyond steady gazes, your face can reveal split-second truths you might not even notice. Let's talk about the secret weapon of facial reading. Ever caught a flicker of emotion on someone's face? That's a micro-expression. These flashes, lasting less than half a second, reveal what someone truly feels before they can hide it. Imagine a friend says, "I'm fine," but you spot a twitch of fear in their eyes or a tense jaw. That's a micro-expression. Learning to spot them is like gaining a superpower. You'll see the truth behind the words. Reading faces is powerful, but so is controlling your own. Here's a quick exercise to align your face with your message. Grab a mirror or a friend and try this. Say, "I'm so excited about this." First, say it with a blank face, no smile, no eyebrow movement. Then, say it with a genuine smile, crinkled eyes, and a slight head tilt. Feel the difference? Others do too. Practice this to make your face a partner in your communication, not a traitor. Before you start analyzing every smile or glance, there's one thing to keep in mind. Facial cues aren't universal in how they're interpreted. In Japan, a smile might hide discomfort to maintain harmony. In some Middle Eastern cultures, strong eye contact signals confidence, especially among men. Raised eyebrows? Surprise in one culture, skepticism in another. Always pair expressions with context and culture. Don't jump to conclusions. Now that you know the power of your face, it's time to take control. Your face is your truth teller, revealing emotions you can't always hide. But instead of masking your feelings, learn to own them. Align your expressions with your words, and you'll build trust, inspire confidence, and connect deeply. When your face and message match, people don't just hear you, they believe you. We've unlocked the secrets of your face, but the story doesn't end here. In part 3, we're moving to your hands, the storytellers that amplify or undermine your words. Ever noticed how some people's gestures make you trust them instantly? We'll reveal how to master hand movements for confidence and persuasion. Part 3. The hidden truth in your hands. Imagine someone's talking to you. Their words are polished, their face is calm. But their hands? They're fidgeting, clenched, or stuffed in their pockets. Suddenly you think something's off. Why? Because your hands don't lie. They reveal what your words and face might hide. Today, we're unlocking the silent language of your hands and how they're shaping your story louder than you think. Welcome back to our series on the silent language of your body. In part 1, we learned how your posture speaks before you do. In part 2, we uncovered how your face reveals your emotions. Now, in part 3, we're diving into your hands, the original storytellers of human connection. From ancient gestures to modern meetings, your hands signal trust, energy, and intent. Master them, and you'll not only speak better, you'll connect deeper. Let's get started. When you're nervous or stressed, what do your hands do? Do you rub them together? Hide them in your pockets? Fidget with a pen? Drop a comment below. I bet you'll see we all share some of these habits. Long before humans had language, we had hands. Around ancient campfires, open palms signaled peace, pointing fingers directed attention, and raised hands shared excitement. Today, our brains still react faster to gestures than to words. Your hands aren't just moving, they're communicating trust, confidence, or doubt, often before anyone notices consciously. Let's start with a gesture so powerful it's been trusted for centuries. The open palm is a universal symbol of honesty. When you show your palms while speaking, it's like saying, I have nothing to hide. Think about it. We raise an open hand to swear an oath, wave a palm for peace, or rest a hand on our heart to show sincerity. It's primal. Open palms facing up make you seem trustworthy and approachable. But hidden hands, tucked in pockets or behind your back, they make others wary, even if they can't explain why. So, how does this play out in the real world? Here's a story about a salesperson who learned the hard way. I once worked with a tech company's sales team, observing their client meetings. One salesperson, Ravi, was struggling to close deals. His pitches were solid, but his hands told a different story. He kept them under the table, fidgeted with his pen, or crossed his arms. Clients sensed nervousness and backed away. We coached Ravi to keep his hands visible, using open palms to emphasize key points. No wild gestures, just calm, open hands. Within months, his close rate jumped by 40%. His hands became his trust anchors. Ravi's story shows that hands can make or break your message. But great communicators don't just show their hands. They use them to paint pictures. Watch leaders like Oprah Winfrey or Steve Jobs. Their hands aren't random. They're deliberate. Spreading hands wide to share a big vision. Pinching fingers for precise, detailed points. touching the heart for emotional moments. These gestures don't just support words, they bring them to life, helping audiences feel the message. Your hands can do the same if you use them intentionally. But not all hand movements help. Some can silently sabotage you. Certain gestures can undermine your message. Fidgeting, tapping a pen, or twiddling fingers screams anxiety. Clenched fists, they signal tension or anger. Hands in pockets, you seem disengaged or insecure. Over-gesturing, too much waving feels chaotic. The key? Moderation. Use gestures to support your story, not steal the show. Sometimes, the most powerful move isn't a gesture at all. Let's talk about an overlooked secret. Stillness is a superpower. Pausing your hands midair or resting them calmly can command attention. It's like a silent beat in music, drawing focus to your words. Stillness signals control and confidence, saying, "I own this moment." Try it. A deliberate pause with steady hands can make your audience lean in. Want to add a touch of calm authority? Here's a gesture used by the pros. The steeple gesture, fingertips lightly touching, forming a roof, signals confidence and thoughtfulness. Think of a professor or CEO making a key point. Use sparingly. It says, "I'm in control and I know my stuff." But overuse it and you risk seeming smug. Save it for moments when you need to project quiet authority. Now that you know the power of hands, let's make it actionable. Here's a simple drill to master your hands. 1. Record yourself speaking about something you're passionate about. 2. Watch the video on mute, focusing only on your hands. 3. Ask, do they support my message? Distract from it? Stay hidden? Then practice speaking again this time, keeping palms visible and open. Using gestures that match your words, e.g., wide hands for big ideas. Pausing hands deliberately for emphasis. This awareness will transform how you connect. Your hands aren't just tools, they're trust anchors for your entire message. Visible hands show visible intentions. Animated hands share animated emotions. Controlled hands project controlled energy. When your hands align with your words and face, you don't just communicate, you captivate. We've unlocked the language of your hands, but there's more to your body's story. In Part 4, we're stepping back to explore your entire body, how your stance, movement, and presence create an invisible pull that draws people in. It's not just about looking confident, it's about commanding a room without saying a word. Part 4. Command attention without a word. Step into a room, and before you speak, the air shifts. Eyes turn. People lean in. They're already listening, not to your words, but to you. This isn't magic. It's the power of your presence. Today, we're unlocking how your posture, movement, and energy create an invisible force that says, "Trust me. Follow me." Ready to command any room? Let's dive in. Welcome back to our series on the silent language of your body. In Part 1, we explored how posture shapes first impressions. In Part 2, we uncovered the truth in facial expressions. In Part 3, we mastered the storytelling power of hands. Now, in Part 4, we're pulling it all together to create presence, that magnetic pull that makes people notice you before you say a word. It's not about being loud or flashy. It's about being centered in your body and space. Let's learn how to own any room. When you walk into a meeting, party, or gathering, do you feel noticed or invisible? Be honest. Do you command attention, or do you blend into the background? Drop your experience in the comments. No judgment. We're all learning here. Let's start with the foundation, posture. Good posture isn't just standing straight. It's your silent armor, signaling confidence, energy, and trust. Slouched shoulders or a drooping head. They whisper defeat or disinterest. Here's a simple trick. Imagine a string gently pulling the top of your head upward. Your spine straightens, chest opens, and you stand taller, without feeling stiff. This small shift changes how you feel and how others see you. Posture sounds simple, but its impact is massive. Let's see how one small change transformed a manager's career. Meet Julian, a mid-level manager with brilliant ideas, but zero influence. In meetings, he slouched, leaned back, and seemed disengaged. People ignored him, even when his ideas were spot on. We coached Julian on one change. When speaking, sit up straight, lean slightly forward, and keep his chest open. No new words, just a new posture. Within a month, his boss noticed. Julian suddenly showing real leadership. Posture didn't just change how he looked, it changed how he was seen. Posture sets the stage, but presence is about more than standing still. It's about how you claim the space around you. To command a room, you need to fill it, not with noise, but with presence. When speaking, gesture openly, not tightly against your body. When sitting, don't shrink into your chair. Sit tall with relaxed confidence. When moving, take steady, deliberate steps, not rushed or jittery. Small, timid movements create a small presence. Grounded, intentional movements, they make you unforgettable. Owning your space isn't just about looking good, it's about feeling powerful. Here's a research-backed trick to supercharge your confidence. Harvard researcher Dr. Amy Cuddy found that power posing, holding expansive poses like hands on hips or arms spread wide, can boost confidence hormones, testosterone, and lower stress hormones, cortisol, in just 2 minutes. Try this before a big moment. Find a private spot. Stand tall, hands on hips, or stretch your arms wide. Hold for 2 minutes, breathing deeply. You're not faking confidence, you're building it from the inside out. Power posing primes you, but how you move through a room seals the deal. Let's talk about your walk. Your walk is a silent announcement. Rushed steps scream nervousness. Dragging feet signal low energy. Bouncing around feels scattered. A confident walk. It's shoulders back, chest open. Chin level, eyes forward. Steady, purposeful strides. Not too fast, not too slow. Walk like you know where you're going, and people will believe you're already there. Big movements like walking set the tone, but small habits can betray you. Let's zoom in on the details. Tiny behaviors reveal your mindset. Constantly fixing your clothes? It signals nervousness. Biting nails or lips? It hints at insecurity. Avoiding handshakes or touch? It feels closed off. Awareness is your superpower. If you catch yourself fidgeting or shrinking, pause. Reset. Breathe. Small tweaks to micro-movements can amplify your presence. Now, let's make this actionable with a fun exercise you can try today. Here's a simple practice to build your presence. 1. Pick a room in your home. 2. Stand outside, imagining it's a boardroom or a stage. 3. Walk in slowly, head high, chest open, step steady. 4. Pause and feel the space. Own it. It might feel odd at first, but this drill trains your body to enter any room with confidence. Practice it daily and watch your presence grow. These techniques, posture, movement, space, aren't just tricks. They're how you show the world who you are. Before you speak, people feel your energy, intent, and authenticity. Your body makes a promise. Your words just confirm it. When you stand tall, move with purpose, and own your space, you're not just seen, you're felt. That's the secret to commanding any room. We've unlocked the art of presence, but there's another layer to connection. In Part 5, we're diving into matching and mirroring, the hidden language of rapport that builds instant trust. Want to make anyone feel like you get them? You won't want to miss this. Part 5. The secret to instant connection. Ever met someone and felt an instant click, like you've known them forever? It's not random. It's not luck. It's your bodies speaking the same silent language. Today, we're unlocking matching and mirroring, a hidden skill that builds trust faster than any words. Done right, it's magic. Done wrong, it's awkward. Let's learn to do it naturally and transform how people connect with you. Welcome back to our series on the silent language of your body. From posture in part 1, facial expressions in part 2, hands in part 3, to commanding presence in part 4. We've been decoding how your body speaks. Now, in part 5, we're diving into matching and mirroring, the secret to building trust without saying a word. When your body syncs with someone else's, their guard drops and they think, this person gets me. Let's explore this invisible dance of connection. Think back. Have you ever caught yourself copying someone's posture or gestures without thinking? Maybe you leaned in when they did, or crossed your arms after they crossed theirs. Share your moment in the comments. It's wild how often we do this without noticing. Mirroring is subtly copying someone's body language, their posture, gestures, tone, or even breathing rhythm. Matching is broader, aligning your energy, pace, or vibe to theirs. For example, if they're calm and slow-spoken, you ease into a relaxed tone. If they're animated and energetic, you dial up your enthusiasm. When done right, it's like two dancers moving to the same beat, creating a sense of harmony and trust. This isn't just a concept, it's a game changer in real-world interactions. Here's a story about someone who mastered it. Meet Arjun, a real estate agent who outsold his entire agency. He wasn't the slickest talker or the best dressed, but clients loved him.
Why?
Arjun naturally mirrored his clients. If they leaned back, he did too. If they spoke with passion, he matched their energy. Clients said, I just trust Arjun, without knowing why. He wasn't manipulating, he was aligning, making them feel understood. That's the power of matching and mirroring. So, why does this work so well? Let's dive into the brain science that makes it tick. Neuroscientists discovered mirror neurons, brain cells that fire when you act and when you see someone else act. Their why-yawns spread, laughter catches, and empathy feels so real. When you mirror someone's posture or energy, your nervous systems sync, creating emotional resonance. It's like tuning two radios to the same frequency. Suddenly, you're on the same wavelength and trust flows naturally. Matching and mirroring sound simple, but there's an art to doing it without seeming fake. Here's how to nail it. A big warning. Don't mimic like a parrot. That feels creepy and breaks trust. Instead, follow these tips. Be subtle and delayed. If they lean forward, wait a few seconds, then gradually shift closer. Match the vibe, not every move. Focus on their overall energy, calm, excited, serious, rather than copying every gesture. Stay authentic. Only mirror what feels natural to you, or it'll come off as forced. Think of it as joining their rhythm, not stealing their dance. To get the hang of this, let's try a real-world exercise. Here's a fun way to practice. 1. Sit in a cafe, park, or any public spot. 2. Watch people interacting. Notice how friends or couples often mirror each other, like sipping drinks in sync or matching laughter. 3. Then try it with a friend. During a chat, subtly mirror their posture or energy, e.g., lean in if they do. Pay attention to how it deepens the connection. This drill trains you to mirror naturally, without overthinking. Matching isn't just physical, it can extend to words, too. Here's a bonus trick to amplify trust. You can mirror someone's words to make them feel truly heard. If they say, I'm feeling overwhelmed, respond with, it sounds like you're feeling overwhelmed. Using their exact words shows you're listening on a deep level. It's a small tweak with a big impact. Try it and watch how people open up. Matching and mirroring aren't about tricks. They're about genuine connection. At its core, Matching and mirroring are about tuning into someone's emotional rhythm. It's not manipulation. It's meeting them where they are. When your body and words align with theirs, you build a bridge of trust. People don't just hear you, they feel you, and that's where real connection begins. We've unlocked the secret language of trust, but there's another skill that can take your instincts to the next level. In Part 6, we'll explore how to spot hidden emotions, lies, doubts, or unspoken feelings by reading tiny signals in the body. Imagine having an edge in negotiations, relationships, or leadership by knowing what people really mean. Part 6. See what's left unsaid. What if you could spot a lie or a hidden emotion just by looking, not guessing, not asking, but seeing the truth in a fleeting glance or a subtle flinch? Today, we're unlocking the art of reading microsignals, tiny body language clues that reveal what people really feel. It's like giving your intuition a superpower. Ready to see people in a whole new way? Let's dive in. Welcome back to our series on the silent language of your body. From posture in Part 1, facial expressions in Part 2, hands in Part 3, presence in Part 4, to matching and mirroring in Part 5, we've explored how bodies speak louder than words. Now, in Part 6, we're sharpening your ability to read others, spotting lies, doubts, or unspoken emotions through tiny signals most people miss. The body always leaks the truth. Let's learn how to catch it. Have you ever felt someone wasn't being fully honest, even though their words sounded perfect? Maybe a gut feeling told you something was off. Share that moment in the comments. We all have this instinct, and today we're going to make it razor sharp. Let's start with a game changer, microexpressions. These are involuntary facial flashes, lasting less than half a second, that reveal true emotions before someone can hide them. A flicker of anger behind a smile, a spark of fear in confident eyes, a twitch of contempt masked by politeness. You can't fake them. You can't stop them. They're emotional lightning, and learning to spot them is like unlocking a secret code. Microexpressions sound subtle, but they can change everything. Here's a story about a negotiator who used them to win big. During a high-stakes corporate deal, a client said, "We're happy with this offer." But the negotiator caught a split-second tightening of the client's mouth and a tiny head shake. It screamed discomfort. Instead of trusting the words, he tweaked the offer slightly and sealed the deal. Without spotting that micro-expression, he'd have lost it all. That's the power of seeing what's unsaid. You don't need to be a detective to notice these signals. You just need practice. Here's how to start. To train your micro-expression radar. 1. Watch videos of real people, interviews, debates, or reality shows. 2. Mute the sound to focus purely on faces. 3. Look for quick shifts, a jaw clench, a brow twitch, a lip bite, or a glance away. At first, it's like spotting a shooting star, tricky but thrilling. With practice, you'll catch these flashes effortlessly, revealing emotions others miss. Micro-expressions are powerful, but the body leaks truth in other ways. Let's explore more signals of hidden feelings. When someone's hiding something, their body often betrays them. Incongruent gestures, saying, "I'm thrilled," while shaking their head no. Fidgeting, touching their face, playing with hair, or adjusting clothes unnecessarily. Barrier behaviors, holding a cup or folder like a shield to create distance. Foot movements, shifting feet away, pointing toward the exit, or tapping nervously. These clues suggest discomfort or dishonesty, like the body's trying to escape the lie. Before you start playing lie detector, here's an important warning. One signal doesn't mean someone's lying. Fidgeting could mean nerves. A crossed arm might mean they're cold. To spot the truth, look for clusters. Multiple signs, e.g., fidgeting and incongruent gestures. Repeated patterns over time. mismatches between words and body. Approach with curiosity, not judgment. Reading people is about understanding, not accusing. Now, let's make this skill real with a simple exercise.
Try this today.
1. In your next conversation, quietly notice any mismatch between someone's words and their body language. 2. Don't call them out, just observe. 3. Ask yourself, what's their body whispering beneath their words? Maybe their smile doesn't reach their eyes, or their feet shift when they say they're fine. This drill sharpens your ability to see the truth without confronting anyone. Catching lies is just the start. This skill is about something deeper. Reading microsignals isn't about gotcha moments. It's about understanding people better. When you spot hidden emotions, you can respond with empathy instead of frustration. Ask questions that get to the heart of the matter. Build honest, trusting relationships. Protect yourself from manipulation. You're not just listening with your ears. You're seeing with your eyes, and that's a game changer. We've learned to read the truth in others, but what about controlling your signals? In Part 7, we'll master the art of your own body language, radiating confidence, calm, and authenticity, even under pressure. Imagine owning every high-stakes moment with unshakable presence. Part 7. Own the moment, no matter the pressure. Imagine yourself in a make-or-break moment, a job interview, a big pitch, or a tough conversation. Your heart's racing, your mind's buzzing, but the real question is, what's your body saying? In high-stakes situations, your body language can make or break you. Today, we're unlocking how to control it with calm, confidence, and authenticity, even when the pressure's on. Ready to own every moment? Let's dive in. Welcome back to our series on the silent language of your body. From posture in Part 1, facial expressions in Part 2, hands in Part 3, presence in Part 4, matching and mirroring in Part 5, to reading microsignals in Part 6, we've explored how bodies speak and reveal truths. Now, in Part 7, we're turning the focus inward, mastering your own body language to project your best self, especially under stress. You're always broadcasting. Let's make sure it's the signal you want to send. Have you ever frozen, fidgeted, or fumbled in a stressful moment, feeling like your body gave you away? If you've been there, drop a quick yes in the comments, no shame. We've all done it. Today, we'll learn how to keep your body on your side. Confidence doesn't start when you walk into the room. It starts before. Top performers, from athletes to CEOs, don't just rehearse their lines. They rehearse their body. Take 5 minutes before a big moment to stand tall in front of a mirror, chest open, shoulders back. Breathe deeply from your belly, not your chest. Visualize yourself succeeding, moving, speaking, and connecting with ease. Preparing your body primes your mind for success. Preparation sets you up, but what happens when the pressure hits? Let's talk about staying calm in the heat of the moment. When nerves kick in, grounding your body can keep you steady. Try this technique. 1. Plant your feet shoulder-width apart. Weight in your heels. 2. Roll your shoulders back, chest open. 3. Take a slow breath, 4 counts in, 6 counts out. This anchors you, telling your brain, I'm here.
I'm steady.
I'm safe. It's not just a pose. It's a signal to stay in control. Grounding sounds simple, but it's transformative. Here's how it changed one person's life. Meet Rima, a client who dreaded public speaking. Her hands shook, her voice trembled, and her body screamed nerves. We didn't tweak her speech. We started with her stance. Before every talk, Rima grounded her feet, took deep breaths, rolled her shoulders back, and smiled gently. Her body calmed, and her mind followed. Now, she speaks to hundreds with grace and power. Her secret? She let her body lead the way. Rima's story shows how your body can calm your mind, and one tool stands out above the rest. Stress makes your breathing shallow and fast, fueling more anxiety. Break the cycle with belly breathing. Place one hand on your chest, one on your belly. Breathe so only your belly rises, not your chest. Inhale for 4 counts. Exhale for 6, slowly. Longer exhales activate your body's calm mode, the parasympathetic nervous system, resetting your nerves. A few rounds before a big moment can change everything. Breathing keeps you calm, but tiny movements can amplify or undermine your presence. Let's zoom in. In high-pressure moments, small signals matter. Keep hands visible, no hiding or fidgeting. Avoid self-soothing, e.g., rubbing your neck or fiddling with jewelry. Maintain steady eye contact. Blink naturally, not rapidly. Smile slightly, it calms you and others. These micro-movements show you're in control, even when your heart's pounding. To make this second nature, you need practice. Here's a daily drill to get started. Try this every morning. 1. Stand in a power pose, tall, chest open, feet grounded for 2 minutes. 2. Breathe deeply, belly rising, exhaling slowly. 3. Visualize a warm light of calm filling your body. It's simple but powerful. Your body learns. This is what confidence feels like. Over time, this becomes your default, even under pressure. These techniques aren't just for big moments. They're about who you become. Your body is an emotional instrument and practice tunes it. Choose. Tall over slouched. Open over closed. Calm over frantic. Each choice rewires you, not just to act confident, but to be confident. With time, your body's story becomes one of strength and authenticity. There's one last key to making this work. Don't aim for robotic perfection. People connect with humans, not statues. A slight tremor or a moment of nerves. It's relatable. What matters is staying authentic while staying composed. A real smile, a steady gaze, and a grounded stance, paired with your true self, make you unstoppable. We've learned to master our own signals, but how do you make them uniquely yours? In Part 8, we'll craft your body language signature, a natural, powerful style that feels authentic and leaves a lasting impression. It's about becoming the best, truest version of you. At last, your body is your story. What if every move you make, every glance, gesture, or step is writing the story of your life? From the moment you enter a room to the way you handle pressure, your body speaks louder than your words. Over this series, we've unlocked the secrets of that silent language, and today, we're bringing it all together. Ready to see how far you've come and where you can go next? Let's wrap up this journey. Welcome to the final chapter of our audio. Across 7 parts, we've explored how your body shapes trust, connection, and influence, often before you say a word. From reading others to mastering yourself, you've gained a toolkit to transform your relationships, career, and confidence. Today, we'll recap the lessons, connect the dots, and leave you with a question to spark your next step. Let's dive in. Let's rewind and revisit the 7 steps that brought us here, each building a piece of your nonverbal superpower. We started with first impressions, those critical 7 seconds when your posture, stride, and energy speak before you do. We learned that a slouched CEO or a hesitant handshake can undermine even the best resume. The mirror exercise taught us to see our own story and start rewriting it with confidence. Next, we zoomed in on your face, your emotional billboard. From genuine Duchenne smiles to fleeting micro-expressions, we discovered how faces reveal truth or hide it. By practicing facial alignment, like Priya the manager, we learned to match our expressions to our message, building trust instantly. Then, we explored your hands, the original storytellers. Open palms signal honesty, while fidgeting betrays nerves. Through Ravi's sales success and the hand gesture drill, We saw how deliberate gestures amplify your words, making you a more compelling communicator. In part 4, we pulled back to master presence, posture, grounded movement, and power posing, as Julian the manager showed, can transform how others perceive you. The enter the room drill taught us to walk with purpose, owning any space with quiet strength. We then dove into matching and mirroring, the art of syncing with others to build instant rapport. Our June the real estate agent showed how subtle alignment, mimicking posture or energy, creates trust without manipulation. The coffee shop drill helped us practice this dance of connection in real life. Part 6 sharpened our ability to read others, spotting lies and hidden emotions through micro-expressions and body signals. Like the negotiator who caught a client's flinch, we learned to see beyond words with the spot the leak drill, deepening our empathy and insight. Finally, we turned inward, mastering our own body language under pressure. From grounding techniques to belly breathing, Rima's public speaking transformation showed that a calm body leads to a calm mind. The calm presence drill helped us practice confidence daily, blending authenticity with composure. These 7 parts aren't just tips. They're a complete system for nonverbal mastery. You've learned to project confidence through posture, gestures, and presence, shaping how others see you. Connect authentically by mirroring others and aligning your face, hands, and energy. Read people deeply, spotting truths they don't say. Control your own signals, staying steady even when the stakes are high. Together, these skills let you write the story you want the world to hear, not just in big moments, but every day. Your body isn't just a tool. It's your voice, your bridge to others, and your path to becoming your best self. Why does this matter? Because life is built on connection, meetings, conversations, relationships, dreams. Your body language doesn't just shape how others see you, it shapes how you see yourself. When you stand tall, breathe deeply, and connect authentically, you're not just performing, you're becoming. You're telling yourself and the world, I belong here, and that's a story worth telling. As we close this series, I want to leave you with a question to carry forward. If your body could tell any story about you, one that reflects your truest, boldest self, what would it say, and how will you start living that story today? Take a moment. Reflect. Drop your answer in the comments. I'd love to hear the story you're ready to tell. And if this audio story has sparked something in you, revisit the exercises, the mirror check, the coffee shop drill, the calm presence practice. They're not just lessons, they're habits for a lifetime. Hit subscribe for more ways to unlock your potential and share this series with someone who needs to hear it. Until next time, keep speaking with your body and make it a story worth hearing.